Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to show you guys how I made this gorgeous tray. I love it. I really enjoyed making this tray. It came out so great and it only cost me $4 to make. So if you want to see how I made this, keep watching. Okay, so I have my tray here ready to go. I got this tray from Hobby Lobby and it was $7, but I used a 40% off coupon, so I actually got it cheaper than that. And then I'm going to be using this Minwax Wood Effects. It says a charred black look in minutes. So let's see how this turns out. It may come out a little bit lighter than what it shows here on the can. So we're just going to cover the entire tray in this stain, and then we'll wait a little bit and see how much the wood actually absorbs, and then we'll wipe away any excess. And once it's all done drying, we'll come back and we will paint our spots on the bottom of the tray. Before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and put some gloves on, just because when you're working with stain, unless you don't mind your hands being stained up for a few days, then I definitely recommend putting some gloves on just to be safe. So now we're gonna let the stain set for a while, and then we'll come back and just kind of wipe off any excess after it dries. Okay, so it's been setting for about an hour or so. We're gonna go ahead and wipe off any excess that might just be setting on the surface. So I just have an old rag here, and I'm just going to wipe off any excess that's just sitting on the surface. Which, as you can see, there is some. Okay, so we've wiped off any excess that was on this. So I'm probably gonna let this set for the rest of the day, and then I'll come back tonight and paint on my spots on the tray. Okay, so it's been about 8 hours since we wiped off the excess of our stain. So now we are ready to paint on our leopard spots. So I'm going to be using this Apple Barrel white acrylic paint, and this is the paintbrush that I'll be using to paint on our leopard spots. Okay, so we have all of our leopard spots painted on. We're gonna let this dry, and depending on how it looks, we might need a second coat of the white over this. So I'm gonna leave this setting for a while, and I'll check in with y'all later.
Okay, so I have my tray here. I went ahead and went over the spots again in some more white. So now we're ready to put resin on the bottom of our tray. For this, you're gonna need some popsicle sticks, 2 cups, and a part A and a part B resin. I'm using Envirotex light resin. You can get this at Michael's or order it online. It was $100 for both of these, but I got it 50% off with a coupon. So it's really important that you always wear gloves when working with epoxy resin, because if it gets on your skin, it can burn you. It's really bad for you. You should definitely wear a mask while you're working with it, and make sure you're working in a well ventilated area. So now I'm taking part A and I'm pouring it into the cup. And then I'll be taking my part B and pouring it into my second cup. And I will say it's really important that you get perfectly equal parts. They have to be the same amount, otherwise your epoxy will not cure correctly. So then I'm just going to combine it into one cup, and you'll notice that I start scraping the sides because it's really important that you get every drop so that it's equal. And I'm just going to start stirring. It'll turn foggy, but then you just stir until it's clear again. And then I'm going to start pouring it on my tray, and I just kind of work it around with my fingers, push it up to the edge, and then I'm going to tilt the tray around so that I can push the epoxy all the way to the corners. So now I'm going to take my handy dandy heat gun. I got this off of Amazon. I will link one in the description above. But I'm just turning the setting on low, and I'm going to hold it 6 inches away from my tray because you don't want to burn your resin. So I'm just popping any bubbles that might have appeared on our tray.
Isn't this tray so cool? I love how it came out. It looks like something that you could get at a store, but only cost me a few bucks. So definitely can't beat that. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making this tray. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below so you can subscribe to my channel, and ring that little bell so that you get a notification every time I post a new video and you don't miss out on any other crafting tutorials.